What's up, playback? What's happening, man? We're gonna go straight to a fighter in the game that I respect. He got hella losses. His name is Gabriel Rosado, and recently this guy reached out to David Benavidez to get that work in sparring, as he has a fight coming up versus Jaime Munguia, and David Benavidez has this fight coming up against what's the dude called Jose Uzcategui. So we seeing guys like Gabe Rosado, despite his multiple losses, this man is still willing to work. And I respect it, you know. And when you pull up, this box rec, I see a lot of names, top names in the sport that he didn't been in there with. And no, he didn't get the dubs because it's not always about winning, but actually getting in there, the effort. See, with these 13 losses, this guy's been in there with a bunch of people, man. Bekdemir, Daniel Jacobs, Selecki, Luis Arias, Willie Monroe, Joshua Clottey, David Lemieux, Jermel Charlo, Peter Quillen, Jedion Love, Triple G, Jesus Soto Carras. The list goes on and on. We see the efforts. We see the title fights he's gotten to. WBO, WBA, WBO again, WBO. Like, he's had these opportunities. He's fought his way up to where you're gonna have to put respect on the name Gabriel Rosado, because he's coming to bring it every time, and coming off a spectacular KO victory over the up and coming, the rising star Bekdemir Melikuziev, who was undefeated. I mean, hey, sky's the limit, and he's confident as ever in getting in there with David Benavidez, trying to take his fight game to another level. You know what I mean? But I want to say flame of fame to Gabriel Rosado. Gabriel Rosado is just always just been one of them guys, man. He's hard. He don't have the best skill set, but you can always see that he always trying to work on things, and trying to get better. And most of all, he not ducking. He not scared to mix it up with nobody. You know what I mean? And I figured I'd start with him because we don't have enough Gabriel Rosados in boxing. Dudes that's just going, not worried about waiting and talking about how much money he got, and how many, nobody knows you and shit like that. He just gonna fight you, man. Just gonna fight you. Shout out to Gabe Rosado, man. And then shout out to David Benavidez, man. Because David Benavidez said in the interview I watched today, he said he reached out to me. He reached out to me as getting ready for this Jaime Munguia fight. And I'm Team Rosado for that fight. I do not fuck with no Munguia. That Jaime Munguia is duck sauce. You know what I mean? We don't do that ducking promo on this side. But Gabriel Rosado, he can get the promo for sure. So Philly, I'm Team Philly for that, for sure. I'm going Team Philly Rosado. You know what I mean? Hopefully spectacular KO like he did Bekdemir. You know what I'm saying? Also, we got Mikey Garcia got his ass whooped recently, right? Oh, Martin said I'm low. All right, my bad. I don't be liking it. See, I don't be liking shit too loud. Thank you for telling me though. He said my volume was low. Yeah, motherfuckers be having a mic like to the ceiling. I don't want the volume to the ceiling. So let me know if it's just extreme with it. Good now? All right. Lisa Bell's in here. So, and Armando, what's up, family? But as we, Mikey Garcia got his ass whooped, and it's due to what I feel is the inactivity we've seen a lot in the sport. You cannot be as inactive as somebody like Mikey Garcia and still think you're going to fight and perform on a top level. It don't work like that. Let me just pull this up right quick. I'm not a hater of no Mikey Garcia, but man, come on, man. You can't be as inactive and then you got this guy making a name off you. This guy, Sandor Martin, made a name off Mikey, man. Because Mikey wanna go in there lazy and inactive and cocky. So I'm saying I think some of these fighters they more cocky and inactive than they are skillful, you know, and about that action. Says in his paragraph from Boxing Saying Garcia is one of the most accomplished fighters of this era. How is he is Garcia one of the most accomplished fighters of this era? Just because he won in 4 divisions? In the words of Mayweather, I don't know who you beat. I don't know who you lost to. No, I'm joking. I mean, he beat some decent people, Robert Easter, Broner, but he dug Lomachenko. My opinion, he dug Lomachenko. He ain't really getting no real work. Like, what is your real fight, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with one of the most accomplished fighters of this era. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, prove that shit to me. But they saying he was a Ring magazine at featherweight. Okay, cool, whatever. And the lineal champion at 40. I mean, which you're not at the champ of now. So this dude has been in limbo ever since he went in there. He jumped up there with Errol Spence and got blazed, man. He got blazed. He should have just stayed put. And that's one thing I've always pushed. Like, I don't ever try to be like, man, these dudes need to go up and wait, win in 3, 4, 5 weight classes. I don't do all that. Like, man, look, fight the best in your weight class, wherever you at. Park it and spark it. Blaze through that motherfucker. But these dudes and it's always when somebody getting pressed with real comp in their weight class, then they want to try to explore other options. They can be real cozy and comfortable right where they at. And then as soon as the attention get put on them to fight the next best dude in their weight class, then they want to look at the next best dude in the other weight class. Like what, huh? Huh? You got courage to go up here and fight Arrow, but you ain't got courage to fight like Lomachenko and all these other top guys that was in and around your area, your division. So ever since then, that shit just been weak. You know what I'm saying? It ain't been looking good. I mean, just my opinion, based on what I seen him fight, who he been up against, not taking nothing away from his accomplishments, winning in 4 different weight class. He's not that good to me. I didn't waste my time with the Sandor Martin. I'm like, come on, man. But one thing I do know is you can't be as inactive as Mikey. Just because you show up. Anyway, man. These dudes spend more time, I'm telling you, a lot of these dudes spend more time um talking to Ellie, doing interviews and shit, than actually working, putting in work. Look at clearly this. They use the word slowly shuffle forward. It says for much of the fight, Garcia slowly shuffled forward, putting himself in the positions where he would once batter opponents with one of the sport's best jabs and was instead beat to the punch and danced around by Martin. See, this is why a lot of these fighters that like to talk about boring fighters and shit, they get blazed. This is why they be ducking. Fighters like a Sandor Martin, and he slept on that tune up going wrong. You know, Silly Mikey, get up out of here, man. Get up out of here. But when you hear these dudes talk like, oh man, these guys is boring fighters, and nobody is not entertaining. All right. They talking for that way for a reason. Cause if you really the goods, it don't matter what type of comp in front of you. Exciting, boring, whoever. If they got a strap, they can get blazed. If they want the smoke, they can get blazed. It don't matter. But these dudes that start talking like, oh man, these guys is boring. They run around the ring and shit, dance. Shut the fuck up. Cut the ring off and get the win. You know what I mean? If you good enough. But they never want to have that conversation. Like, is this dude good enough to cut the ring off? I mean, it's not like he got to chase him around the whole damn stadium. You know what I'm saying? One square circle, figure it out. 12 rounds. Champ. But it should be weak. But nobody want to watch guys like Mikey Garcia taking 2 years off and then trying to come back like some celebrity getting paid 1.5 for what? And I'm not hating on nobody's paper, but to do what? Lose like that? Embarrass the plot, embarrass your people, embarrass the network. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna go in there and this is gonna be a nice little tune up and you're gonna get the KO and you got tuned up. You got tuned up, man. This is embarrassment. You know what I mean? It's embarrassment. I'd rather Mikey come in and miss weight than go in there and get blazed by somebody named Sandor. This man got blazed by a dude named Sandor. Feel me? And time to hear that door exit, it's time to go, Mikey. Just do interviews for Ellie and all of them for the rest of your career. Shit, if you're not gonna take this shit serious, step aside, bruh. So, flame and shame, Mikey Garcia, for getting blazed by somebody nobody knew about. Nobody. Spain on the map because of you. Shout out to Spain. Viva Spain. But Spain is on the map because of Mikey. Feel me? So shout out to Robert, Mikey, and them, man, for putting that dude on the map and not having a good goddamn fucking game plan. Trash. Anyway. Let's see. What else we at here? Hey, Edgar Berlanga. That's another one. I mean, it's a lot of these punchers, right? That you're gonna see get exposed because they not really working on their overall skill set. These dudes is what you would like to call punch drunk. They get drunk off trying to land that big punch. That's what they get drunk off of. They love the KOs and oh, that's great, man. It's exciting. But you know what? What happens when you can't land the big shot? Then what? You're missing big shots, and what if you start getting peppered up? Then what? It's a trip, dude. So, and they hype whoever they want to hype. They can hype whoever they want to hype. Don't matter. It's just if you really got an eye for this game, for what they do in that ring, you would know that this dude is not ready. You know what I mean? I don't even think he ready for damn, what's the homie from Crawford camp? In the same weight class. Steve, what's this? Steven Nelson? Yeah, Steven Nelson or something like. He ain't even. I don't even think he want that work, cause that work was right there for him. He didn't want the Steven Nelson work. So, yeah, man. Skills pay the bills, man. These dudes that's working on they skills, working on the craft, taking it serious, doing less interviews. They not all in the videos all the time. Them the ones that's just showing up and just beating shit up. See, it's the ones that's always in these interviews with they ice on or they suit on or whatever they doing for that day, running their mouth all the time. Them the ones that be getting blazed. They come back and get blazed. And then they want somebody to just talk about how their shoulder wasn't perfectly aligned when they went into the fight or some dumb shit. When they could have just worked. Put in the work with no excuses. But another prime example right there. Feel me? Edgar is with 18 and 0, 16 KOs, back to back UDs for him. So we seeing that these KOs that KO shit is that streak is been stopped in its tracks. Demond Nicholson went the distance. He got dropped like 4 or 5 times. I remember that fight. And he was talking hella shit and Berlanga beat his ass. So, credit to Berlanga for beating his ass, but we've seen some vulnerabilities. And you're gonna have to make some adjustments. That's it. And then last but not least, man. And I'll just pull out the Devin Haney disappointment face, you know what I mean? Devin Haney disappointment face. Last but not least, this whole saga with this Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, it's become a distraction at this point. I get it. Devin Haney really wants that fight. I was on a panel recently and I asked people, I said, can we all pretty much be clear and have the understanding that Devin Haney wants to fight? Right? The general consensus, everybody knew, okay, Devin Haney wants to fight. We all understand that. On the opposite end, I don't think 100% they want to fight because I've seen them in interviews say different things. They'll say one thing when Devin Haney's there, and then they'll go do a different interview and they talking different, and it's like, okay, whatever. So I don't think Teofimo Lopez is going to fight this guy, Devin Haney. Bob Arum pretty sure has other plans for him. And it's pretty damn pathetic that this guy has to chase contenders. Not only champs, but he also has to chase contenders to get in there with him. Unfortunately. You know what I mean? And people be saying silly shit like they could say whatever they want to say about him, but this guy has a belt and his belt comes with mandatories. Right? People try to talk all this mess about Tio, the WBC champ. His belt or whatever he got over there don't come with mandatories. Okay? There's a statement that they say, you're not a true champion till you defend. Right? So there is no contenders that can come up the line, right, and activate their mando with Tio. They can only do that with Devin. I got to go with Devin Haney for 2000 as the WBC champ. You see what I'm saying? So, but with this situation, is just becoming a distraction. He's getting some steam now, a lot of heat because of the racial mark. People saying it's racist. He was out here saying nigga this, nigga that, right? And it's just crazy how this shit come back around, right? Because there's a lot of tension really on YouTube, right? When it comes to blacks, browns, and not all of them, but we know who's doing that. Where that whole movement, who's pushing that, right? But where I'm from, we like brothers, Hispanics, the blacks, and we talk the same pretty much. They got a different accent from us. They call themselves brown, even though a lot of them fucking pale as fuck, to be real with you. But we consider them, hey, that's the brothers. They're my brothers, our brown brothers or whatnot. What's up, Holmes? What's up, my nigga? And all that. We do that. That's just regular talk, right? But we can get them a pass because they're my brothers. But when it comes to certain situations, we see it's double standards. Like when it comes to the lingo. But I ain't got no issue with Tio Lopez. He was talking how he was talking, just like Angel Garcia talked how he talked when he was in a press conference with Keith. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think it was a racial undertone and nothing. It was just like, okay, that came out, whoop de whoop. I'm familiar with the Latino people using that word here and there. Um, the white folks, not so much. You see what I'm saying? Unless it's a real problem, like y'all, you know what I'm saying, when it's a real issue. But when it comes to certain things like this, I don't know why it's really being magnified. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why it's being magnified, but um, it will be questioned though that when some people only use it when they upset, right? So if they use it regularly in that dialogue, okay, cool. But when you want to get upset and then you standing in front of a brother, then now you want to use it, people gonna question you about it. So now if he got that heat on him, hey, T.O. gonna have to deal with that. Deal with them questions. Are you a racist? Boy, man, this internet shit. That would have been a dream fight, Armando. He took the bag. He took the bag with Spence, got bodied, Armando, and ever since he's just been he's done nothing. Boxing guy. Berlanga was most concerned about being a star more than working on his craft. Flame of shame to Edgar. Yeah, man. Focus on bettering your craft, man. It's just ridiculous, but it's lazy. These dudes is lazy, you know. Flame the fame to everybody in here, man. Catching the playback. Martin Ramos says Haney got exposed. Bill turned on H, and you know H, he been rocking for Haney. But it all came out this whole time. Haney been the duck, but they fooling the media by pushing false narratives. I don't know what you talking about with that. Bill turned on H. Oh yeah, I don't get it all into that. Who turned on who, man? I just stick to the boxing content, man. But I don't know what you mean by it came out this whole time. Haney ducking. I don't know what you're talking about with that. Yeah, it's crazy. I bet he was in there talking about he was running. Like that type of stuff right there. Instead of giving somebody that shit like how it is, giving it to them straight and raw, you're gonna say, "Oh man, whatever, man. They cheated you in there, man. You got robbed, man. You know what I mean? You got robbed." It's crazy making these dudes soft, bro. Martin says, "Did they talk? Yeah, it's just too much talk. At the end of the day, it's too much talk. I know you supposed to promote a fight, but we seen this before. How long y'all gonna keep promoting some shit that ain't happened yet? You know, everybody know at this point that's a hot fight. It's a hot fight. You know, so it's like cut out the nonsense, man, and just make the fight happen. You know, and just off my assessment, like when I'm watching Haney, right, Devin Haney, like I'm not even I don't even include Bill and T.O. Senior. Like when I'm just talking about, I'm just looking at them two fighters, right? I pay attention to what they say, you know, and I've never heard Devin Haney down talk the fight. Like, nah, I don't want that fight right now. Show me something. You got something to prove. You know, I'm giving you an opportunity. I'm already undisputed. I don't need to fight this dude. I'm Devin Haney don't talk like that. So it's only been on one side where if there's any reasonable doubt, it's gonna come from T.O. about the fight not happening. You know, Devin Haney is not looking for an out, but I see T.O. keep looking for outs. He's putting shit out there. Like, I guess he's trying to get people to buy into it. Yeah, yeah, man, you're right. You are undisputed. You don't need to fight Devin Haney. See, I told you guys. Thank you, man. Thank you for getting pressure off me. It looked like T.O. want the pressure off of him so he don't have to take this fight. Haney never showed up to the meeting to make the TO fight. Punch Drunk had emails and receipts of it. Haney and Ryan also agreed to not fight. Okay, so drop your receipts, man. Don't just drop channel names. Drop your receipts on it and all of that. Some people be coming through to promote. T.O. wants some money, UGC. That's why he hesitate. He really does have options when it comes to money he can make on fights, and he has or can have. And that's cool. If you want to face other people, cool. But why you keep saying like, okay, you next? And I'm like, if he next, he next. Then you in a different interview, well, Josh Taylor is a possibility. Josh Taylor told Joe ass to go fight Devin. That's why, like, that's a body right there. When people keep bringing up Josh Taylor, like, bro, I'm not worried about no motherfucking T.O. Lopez. You got Devin Haney problems. See what I'm saying? It's a small wave of y'all that's pushing him as undisputed. Not everybody with that shit. They might be a section on YouTube that's pushing T.O. as undisputed. He not, though. He not. So, you know, the reason why a lot of us is pushing T.O. versus Devin Haney is because we want real undisputed. That is the promo right there. The real undisputed at 35. Without a doubt, with no dispute. Undisputed with no dispute. Sign it up. Sign me up. Put it on pay-per-view. I'm with it. That's the only thing. This ain't about saying Devin Haney gonna beat his ass or none of that shit. Let's just get this dumb fuckery and the confusion out the way. But people keep trying to give him outs. Cool. So hopefully they got all of their past shit straightened out. And based on what I heard them say recently, they said they're gonna fight each other next, that they're gonna be available for each other next. So that's it. Red said he don't. That's my Hispanic brother right there. He said he don't use it. He chooses to use other words, but I don't get offended. See, when the Hispanic brothers use our language, I don't get offended because I grew up with that. Now I know other people will, and I'm not sitting here to say that, you know, that make me right or whatever. But I grew up hearing that. See, then you got these other ones. They don't want us talking their language. See what I'm saying? They get all sensitive and shit. Now we racist. So I just be seeing the double standards and shit, but I ain't got no issue with T.O., man. Like, you know, the way Hispanics talk and the way we've been talking, that shit is normal shit. Right. Boxing side, Martin. A lot of these people not on boxing side. They on brown side, they on black side, they on white side, they on Brit side, they on Americans. They on that type of shit. Y'all on that type of time. So UGC is cool because we cook on boxing content. Oh, it must have been one of them 13-hour live. Yeah, man, give me a timestamp, something, bro. Shit, HB having them infinite lives, bro. Yeah, no confusion for you. So Martin says I don't use it and my kids are black. I don't let them use it either. See? I mean, hey, people come up different. People come up different. You know what I mean? And everybody's different. So now I tell you straight up, a white boy can't come around me using that. I'm sorry. That's just how I came up. I don't want to hear it. Just, you know. Love y'all. Love y'all like a brother, like another brother, but just don't use that word around me. But I'm just saying, I grew up, I was raised where we talk like that. Blacks and browns, we talk like that. Feel me? But hey, he gonna have to probably just take the heat just like Angel did. And shit, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You feel me? I mean, I'm sure other people gonna magnify it on their channels and shit and make a big deal. Oh, T.O. racist. Oh well. Been there, done that. He better fucking face that. Dudes be getting offended and shit of the boxing shit. Biggest Haney. I don't know. He said shit got personal with him and Bill. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. All right, let me see. People stupid. The mean with Bob wasn't for a TO fight. Erm said it was for another fight, then a TO fight. The Haney fight will make more money on the zone. So, I ain't feeding, giving that shit energy. Uh, but shout out to the homie boxing guy. Q the guy say facts. Josh Taylor versus Crawford over Josh Taylor versus TLO. Yeah, and then Josh Taylor's on record saying that he got focused on bigger and better things, like going up and challenging better smoke than a TO. Like, let me just say this, man. Let me just say this, right? And it just sucks. I gotta just say this shit. But look, man, Teofimo Lopez is a good, talented fighter, man. He's the number 135 pounder. I don't agree with y'all saying him being undisputed, but I don't take credit away from this guy. He beat the best guy at 35, which was Lomachenko. But that don't mean you've done every fucking thing, Teofimo Lopez. Okay? And Teofimo Lopez man fans. That don't mean this motherfucker accomplished everything. Okay? Right? And even if Lomachenko didn't drop his belt, vacate his belt to give to Devin Haney, right? And he went in there and that was a real undisputed matchup, that's still not every fucking thing. People will still be like, hey, man, all right, cool. You beat Lomachenko, right? He had 3 belts with him when you beat him. So cool. You beat Lomachenko, but there's still people out there that you can mix it up with. There's still good fights that people want to see, right? They can't get mad, right? If you're a people's champ, it's like that dude said on Creed, you pick who's next. It's like the fans should be able to choose that. Fans just be like, look, I want to see them two fight. That'll be a mega fight. Don't fans do that? Fans be like, you know what? Oh, them two in the same division? Oh, I want to see them two fight. Because most people feel like Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez is two of the best at 35. And people want to see that fight, the styles. So he can't keep crying about what people want to see just because he don't want it. Because that's what it seemed like to me. Today's climate, you can't be too hood if you're a celebrity. Yeah, you got to be more professional, carry yourself different, watch what you say and all that when you're at a certain level. That guy, what's up? Danny the Great. Mondo dropped the link. All right. Yeah, but anyhow, man, with that little situation, man, this dude, man, he ain't fucking just conquered boxing by beating Lomachenko, man. Like rematches happen too. Like that was a great fight. If fans want to see Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez rematch? Like that's a question that could be asked, right? Tio the whole time talking about I'll never rematch this dude again. What if the fans want to see it again? You bigger than the fans now? You bigger than boxing. It don't matter what you want. So every time every time the fans want to see you fight somebody real good, right? You gonna try to have a debate with us and tell us he's got to prove to me something, and all this soul spill. Like these dudes turn into managers and promoters when it's some real smoke instead of just being a fighter. Being a fighter, and it'd be crazy because the money be there to be made, all of that. So then they start diva talking. And both of them is just doing a bunch of unnecessary talking, but T.O. be starting to sound stupid. He be starting to sound stupid, like trying to compare himself and like he's trying to compare himself to Devin Haney and humiliate him, I guess to try to make a scene where it's like people can dislike him more, some shit. Like, bro, nobody, we not on that like shit. These social media era thinking ass niggas, like, we not on that like shit, bro. We just want to see y'all fight. Feel me? You can try to T.O. can try to convince us, or he can try to convince us all day long that Devin Haney not the real champ and all that. That don't mean that I still don't want to see y'all fight. Y'all can cry all day long about how he ain't fought nobody, whoop de whoop, just like y'all do with Demetrius Andrade. And when it comes to Canelo fight, like if he activates Mando, I still want to see the fight. Give a fuck about all that spill. Still want to see them dudes fight. Fans still want to see that fight. You know what happens like when these dudes get to a level, they so diva, right? But fans actually be like, look, man, you great fighter, but can you fight him? Can you really shut this dude up? Because he been talking shit a long time. You know, like y'all boy Canelo, right? Like Canelo, can you please put this man out of his misery? Put Demetrius Andrade out of his misery, please, bro. We with all the skill set you got, we know you can go in there and fuck him up. Can you please do that? Oh no, guys, he's horrible. Guy, he's for nobody. Oh, now I'll never fight this guy. Like what? Come on, man. You will never fight this dude. Like you that stuck up, bro. That you can't just for the one time go in there blaze this dude and just know it will be you realize that shit? There will be no stain. Like there will be nobody will be able to say shit about Canelo. Like, oh, you avoiding that style. No, just going there blazing. Nothing else. Nothing else to say about this man. You ain't got to worry about frowning up in interviews and double talking and saying that, stupid shit. You could just fuck him up and no more questions will be asked. Teofimo Lopez, go in there, fuck up Devin Haney. No more questions will be asked. But nah, y'all want to fucking spend 90 interviews talking about how motherfucker ain't this and ain't that. Oh, shut up. We don't care about you niggas talk. We like when y'all fight. Real boxing fans like when you just fight. More fighting, less talking. Let YouTube and us do that talking, man. Feel me? A lot of fans want to see it again. He's saying that because if Loma beat him, he wouldn't have gave him a rematch. So he's basically saying, fuck you to Loma. I ain't giving you no rematch. So yeah, say he's basically saying, F you to Loma, I ain't giving you no rematch. Look, man. But once again, fans might want to see it again. Like, listen, rematches do happen in boxing. If rematches didn't happen, we wouldn't have got one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen, which was Wilder and Fury, man. Yeah, it happened 3 times, but look, sometimes you get some of the best fights. It was already an epic fight. Not epic, but it was already a great fight between T.O. and Lomachenko. The first go round. You imagine the second go round with the momentum and intensity that Lomachenko gonna come back with, trying to get them straps back, and then the pressure is gonna be on Lomachenko to try to keep him. T.O. to try to keep him. Come on, man. I watch that shit. I'm a fan. I like the way T.O. fight, and I like the way Lomachenko fight. I don't hate on the skills. See what I'm saying? So even if it go the distance, like I'm not gonna hate on it. High level chess matches, I don't hate on like high level chess matches. Just like I want to see Usyk and Fury. While all these people capping and talking down on it, and just hyped over these punchers who getting blazed. He know Loma. Yeah, Loma's a very dangerous rematch. So, that's what happens when you the top guy. Everybody trying to come for you. Everybody coming for you. Nowadays, man, you come after the top dog, and they think something's wrong. They say something's wrong. Oh, he want a payday, right? This was normal shit in boxing. Whoever the top dude was, they was gunning for him. Every weight class. Nowadays, you got these suckers out here talking about, oh man, they just want to get paid. He want to fight the best guy because he just wants to fucking get paid. He's clout chasing. Clout chasing. That's the first thing they love to do. They love to use that shit. You know? Love to use that shit. Now, some of these dudes just really want to fight. Some of these dudes actually want to get an opportunity to beat the top dog. But, according to a lot of y'all standards, man, they got to fucking walk the New York Strip, get some cheesecake, or do some weird shit for y'all liking before they even get a shot. You got to hike a motherfucking Appalachian Mountains to get a shot with some of these diva dudes, man. See what I'm saying? They got to wash their goddamn feet in holy water or some shit to get a shot, man. Stupid shit. This is the dumbest era, man. Just for a fight. Dude can crash a press conference and people act like it's something wrong. Like, y'all do understand that this is still a sport of boxing. You do understand that fight, shit must go on. Show must go on. Right. It's supposed to be the start of greatness, not the freaking end all be all. And everybody hyped this man up to think that he didn't conquer everything he needed to conquer in life by beating Lomachenko. It's ridiculous, bruh. One weight class. Tripping. Like, what if, hey, listen, Ops, real quick, Ops, we Tio's a fake undisputed, but what if Usyk had the same mentality, right? And what if Crawford had the same mentality as Tio? They would still be pursuing greatness, man. They out here, they not here. They didn't get out here acting like divas once they got to the top of their game and reached undisputed, real undisputed. They like, oh shit, let me go to the next thing. I got more to conquer. This man talking about I'm the super champ of all. I'm like, who talks like this? I am the super champ of all. I'm like, man, if y'all don't cut this interview, yeah, man, selling hype. These dudes be out here crying when you talk about Haney or Andre catching a fade with one of these dudes. It's just like, y'all shut up with that moist ass shit, man. Let these mans fend their own self, man. Grown ass men ducking other grown ass men. It's crazy shit. And that's how you know if you're a man fan. If you get emotional about my opinion on Canelo or Tio Lopez, you are a man fan. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You feel me? That's why y'all be triggered. Y'all get triggered because we start speaking some real shit about y'all peoples. People y'all love and shit. Got posters on the wall of these people, man. That shit's strange. Everyone has Wilder winning the first and definitely had him winning the second, and Fury shocked the world. And the time everyone thinks Fury win easy, Wilder almost wins in the third. Crazy trilogy. Yeah. It was a crazy trilogy, though. Yeah, it was. And Wilder got a lot of respect. He did the right thing. It was late, but it's never too late to do the right thing, man. Always remember that. It ain't never too late to do the right thing. That man gave it up to him. And he was right. One thing that was right was the fans won. See, when two of the top fighters get in the ring for the fans, we win. And then we love you forever. You know what I'm saying? We love Wilder and Fury, man. Thank y'all for giving that to us, man. Feel me? Forgiving. Y'all see how that go? But when you out here all cap, you feel me? Bullshitting, marinating, stalling. Then when you get blazed out here like Mikey, nobody give a fuck. Nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Be like, whatever. Shit. Inactive ass. Nigga, whatever. Shit. Little 1-2 he always use and shit. Get out of here. Same ass 1-2 punch you use. So, but when you go back to the drawing board, you make the proper adjustments. Even if you lose in the next fight, if you fight your heart out, we love you. Wilder and Fury, we love y'all, man. Fury, your walk in was strange. Don't ever do that again. Don't you ever in your life do that again. But when it came to that square circle, y'all did y'all thing. Everybody made it back home, right? Wilder did the right thing. It came late, but he did the right thing. And he can move on. He gonna do pay-per-views in his next fight. Something that a lot of these fighters ain't gonna never get to. You know, he did it what they did about 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Shit. They both winning. They winning, fans winning, heavyweight division winning. Shit. We all grinning. Why they out shopping and spending? So that's how that shit go, man. So that's why we flame, man. You know, these dudes that's on a little champ shit. And when we tell you they on some little champ shit, well, they on some little champ shit. If UGC is telling you that, they on some little champ shit. Feel me? We telling you some ducking shit going on. Believe us. Some ducking shit going on here. Okay. Beat the Cloud Chaser's ass and send his name to the Shadow Realm. That's all. That's how you do that. Show us what you do to the Cloud Chasers. How about that? Feel me? So you can be the GOAT and all that other extra shit that you claim you to be. He said, big facts. Crawford would have retired after 4. Yeah, if he had T.O. mentality, he'd been like, you know, I'm the super champ of all. Okay. And be trying to start. I mean, this dude T.O. is so fucking this dude out of there, man. This dude out here trying to make his own rules in boxing. You know, he's so concerned about what everybody else is doing, and you need to keep your mind on Bobby. Shit, Bobby got your fucking future. You in the back seat, he in the driver's seat. Okay, you ain't in the driver's seat of this shit, not yet, not yet. So that's my thing. T.O. keep acting like he's driving the car, bro. You not. You in the back with your seatbelt on. Shut up. Sit back somewhere. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Q the God up in here though, and everybody catching the playback. Said T.O. talking about Taylor is ducking him to fuck, man. You know, this that be the type of stuff we talking about. The cap shit. He think he the super champ of all, and that everybody is like supposed to be super respectful and afraid of this dude or something. Like, come on, bruh. You're gonna have to earn that type of respect. You're gonna have to take that type. That's Tyson type shit, bro. Feel me? You ain't getting that kind of clout yet, bruh. Fuckers, you know. But I blame a lot of this social media shit, a lot of the people that man fans that hype these dudes up, tribalism and shit. You know, all the tribalism and shit that goes on. That's what causes it, man. That's what causes it, man. Same thing what happened with Wilder going into the Fury fight. The tribalism, man. I believe that's what hurt him. That's what hurt him. I mean, shit, if he didn't come in with all that tribalism in the second fight, shit, he probably had a better chance. That shit was out of there, man. It was a distraction. Yelling at fucking radio Raheem, and just emotional for the wrong shit. You know, emotional for the wrong shit and got your ass whooped for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga that could tell you that. That nigga got whooped for the culture. You feel me? But the culture needed to see that. That's a failing blueprint, dog. That culture need to see that. And other cultures needed to see that shit. One thing about me, I'm a flame mine. A lot of y'all don't flame y'all culture because y'all want y'all motherfuckers to be weak and shit. I don't like my people being weak. When I see some weak shit, I'm gonna flame it. Nah, homie, that's some sucker shit. You know, your people too. Feel me? So I go hard on mine. It's all love though, tough love. Y'all be all trying to cap. A lot of y'all be capping for y'all peoples and shit. You know, crying and getting all emotional and shit. Nah, that's weak. Yeah, man, sit your ass back and eat them gummy bears, man. Your apple juice and your graham crackers, T.O. Bobby is the head of the daycare. You in the back. Feel me? I'm starting to think these never seen boxing till boxing. They never seen boxing till boxing versus till Floyd versus Oscar. Nothing before. I mean, probably. And people came into boxing, for different stuff. They came in, maybe because of you know a cultural thing, or just had one person that they liked. Like I came in like that. It was a few people that like my dad liked, and I would watch those fights, and then eventually I got into just watching multiple fighters, like not just one or two people, like a fanatic. I grew out of that a long time ago. It's phases, it's levels to this. Some people still in fanatic stage. You feel me? Like Red said, I don't care for none of these dudes. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't do that, man. You feel me? That's a dead end right there. Y'all see how a lot of these dudes are emotional. They got emotional content now because some of their shit you know, was out capping for somebody. Shit, I this should be comfortable for me. In the UGC, we just cover the topics and keep it moving. What y'all think is Wilder's perfect comeback fight? I think it's Trevor Bryan, the regular. I've heard people say that perfect fight is I mean, whatever he want, man. Tune up, get a tune up, and then do what the fuck you want, man. Go out for the title if you want to. After that, I say the AJ fight, man. That's still a big fight. I'll watch the shit, pay for it, tune in. Wilder versus AJ. You know, the mega fight the fight that could have been. You know, the undisputed that never happened. The mega fight that was stalled. That ran out of gas or some shit. Something they were headlining some kind of way, but you know how that shit go. I'll watch it though. That IFL TV interview with T.O. and Bob was cringe as hell. Talking about unifying 35 and 40 titles with Taylor at a catch weight that favors him calling it doing. It's just the thing about it. He think he runs shit. He's trying to make new divisions and shit. Do something he's never been before. And do say for what? He's like, you can't do it for both. What are you talking about, bro? You a kid, you a child. Fall back. Eat your gummy bears. I mean, my kid do it all the time. Like I be driving shit. Pops, hit it right. Would you quiet? Be quiet. Sit back. Is your seatbelt buckled? You talking about hit it right? You don't know where we going. You don't know where we going. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? So that's how kids do, man. They think they run shit. The adults gotta just, And the good thing about it is, Eddie Hearn really was the life raft to keep him from getting that Bobby Arum purse. Bob Arum offered him what he offered him, right? And the next thing you know, Eddie Hearn, of course, bid higher than Bob. Triller shit fell apart, and then of course the zone is like the life raft to keep you from falling back into the hell with Bobby again, man. But this dude should just be grateful and be humble, man. That's all I'm saying. Your own promoter calling you a schmuck and you expect us to believe you're BS. No, sir. Like, look, man. Once Bobby get to the point where he don't give a shit about cameras and none of that shit. He don't even respect you at this point, bro. If he calling you a schmuck, there's your own promoter don't respect you, dog. You don't even realize the restructuring you just did with your contract. It's gonna be a long road, buddy, for you. And I told motherfuckers this. I said, I hope for his sake that shit work out for him with the Triller and whatever else, and talking about he gonna get out of that top rank and he ain't got to be cordial. I told y'all then. Now is what I'm about to tell. This is the shit I was talking about, but y'all getting ready to see from Bobby, who's in the driver's seat. On God and now, emotional content out here, man. That's what I be saying. I think it's Brian because it's a tune-up and it's for a world title. Well, God bless, man. We said Wilder versus Elenoff. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, man. Keith Sweat, YouTube boxing content. If y'all don't get this Keith Sweat content having ass niggas out here, man. Make it last forever. Looking ass niggas. Line the fuck up, ass niggas, man. You schmuck. Who he says. Right. Bob played a long game. Just wait. Just wait, Holmes. Just wait. You don't have to believe the UGC. We really here to help. If y'all was woke, you would realize UGC is here to help. Help you. We are here to help you. Boxing to thrive and strive and be healthy because boxing has coronavirus. Boxing is infected, homie. We've been seeing it. We saw the symptoms. See, when you know this shit's infected, we know symptoms. We see, like I said before, we've seen this before. And we know when somebody got symptoms of that pandemic stuff, man. The corona symptoms, man. You know. I think ducking and COVID got, hey, be honest with you, I might be on to something, man. COVID and ducking kind of got a little bit of, might be related. Go hand in hand. COVID and ducking. These dudes is quacking. Remember when Bradley beat Pack? Bob got something cooking. Mm-hmm. Man. Bob the GOAT. Soundbite kid. So, hey, man, you know, you may not like the game, but, you know, gonna have to respect it. But I'll tell you one thing, man. Bobby, I'm sure he got something up his sleeve for T.O. He just don't know it yet. So while he doing all of this arguing, he probably in the back. He just be probably watching this shit sometime. Like, here we go again. The schmuck is at it again. Out there arguing. COVID is Ducking's promoter. I knew it was some connected, Red Glove. It was some coincides with them two there, I think. So something is up, man. Yeah, but it's like you said, there's a lot of Keith Sweat YouTube boxing content going on out here, man. And you won't be having this type of Keith Sweat content, man. If you was really a boxers fan, you wouldn't even be emotional about none of this shit. None of it. In fact, if you was a real boxing fan, you'd be low key hot. You'd be low key hot with the state of some of this shit. What Keith Thurman tells Bob, I know it's COVID, Bob. I know it's hard in these streets. Shout out to AIs, man. He said drop the dance at AB on them one time. Push it. Shout out to my UK homie, man. Man, shout out to y'all all over, man. All the boxing fans all over. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all all over, man. Shout out to Ukraine. Shout out to United Kingdom, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got the crown at heavyweight. You know, y'all not doing it in every weight class, but shout out to y'all heavyweight, man. Ukraine, United Kingdom. So hopefully they make that happen, man. Free AB, man. Free AB, man. Make that happen one time. AB and Easter, I remember that vlog. Damn, speaking of Easter, when he coming back? I ain't seen that nigga Easter since Easter. Let me see. I'm about to close it down in a second. Just check, see if Robert Easter got anything coming up. Nope. Last fight was Ryan Martin in February of this year. He actually looked pretty good in that fight. I remember that. He looked pretty good in that fight. That was one of the better performances I've seen from Robert Easter in a while, too. He didn't look good, but yeah, I mean, he didn't look good in the Shavakov, Fortuna, Mikey, Francis Barthélemy. I was really disappointed with that fight. I was like, God damn, Robert. Shit. But yeah, so he had about like almost a year between the Mikey loss and then the Francis Barthélemy fight, which ended in a draw. And I remember I seen Francis Barthélemy. He got knocked out by Omar Figueroa. I had seen that fight live. He got knocked out by Omar Figueroa. I was like, man, you had a draw with him. Then Granados. Wait a minute. Did he fight Granados? No way. Hold up. How did I miss this fight? Adrian Granados. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. But damn, I was just seeing on BoxRec. Did Robert Easter fight Adrian Granados? I'm sitting there trying to think. That's just an error on BoxRec. I no longer believe karma is real. Couldn't be. Bob gets away with too much. I'm telling you, I think Bob is the devil. Bob is the devil. It's not. They don't. People get sent to him who got to fucking got to just go through the ring, go through that flame, man. They got that karmic debt. They got to go to Bob and deal with that problem. Then they can go free after they pay their debts with Bobby. It's the reason. Hey, I'm telling you. He was begging Al Heyman for fights to keep him out of trouble. Yeah, like, I think he said something about the allowance. Easter is MIA, don't know where he at. Right? He said Easter did outbox Martin easy. Yeah, they got Adrian Granados on his record. Let me refresh this and see they didn't make no mistake. This nigga fought Adrian Granados? No way. This dude did fight Robert Easter. How did I miss that fight? I'm mad, low-key. All right, I'm gonna get off this, man. I'm gonna watch the Robert Easter versus Adrian Granados fight. I didn't even see that shit. Speaking of AB, how was he made to issue a public apology for saying anybody can get it, but Tio gets a free pass? He had to make an apology for that? Oh, because he said Mexicans, Dominicans, anybody, African. For real? Yeah, like I say, the double standards, man. That's how that shit go, Dr. Hook. That shit, I don't even get that shit energy hardly no more, man, because that shit is, we see what it is. The double standards, man. And that he was, AB was just being AB. And wasn't saying it maliciously or angry or nothing. But somebody could be face frowned up, pissed off. Nigga, and then he can get a pass. That's how that shit go. Now he ain't getting a pass. People flaming him, but oh well, I told you he gonna have to take that shit. So top rank is purgatory. It all makes sense. Yeah, man. That's why I look at it. That's why I say he fireproof. I'm like, oh yeah, he must be that must be him, the man himself. The one they've talked about in a great book. They said he was gonna show up on Earth. He was been here. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'll check that out, Mondo. Damn, how did I miss that fight? You said Granados got robbed in the fight? Yeah, they said it was a UD. And that was at the end of 2019. Damn. So I'll be missing some shit sometime. Anyhow, man, Flame of Shame once again to Mikey. Mikey gets the flame of the day. Mikey Garcia. Flame of shame to you today for letting somebody make their name off you when they were just supposed to be the tune-up, but instead you got tuned up. And at the end of the day, man, you disgracing the sport, man. You disgracing your camp, your trainer, your brother Robert. It's not a good look, man. All the people that looked up to you, and all the young ones coming up, admire how you fight and all of that. Yeah, get out of here. Lance, what's up, family? Been a minute, man. Shout out to Lance in here. That's really all I got. That's really all I got, man. Flame of the day. And then the flame of fame, before I go, because I was able to find one. To Gabe Rosado, man. Flame of fame to Gabe Rosado. Also flame of shame to Edgar Berlinga, but flame of fame to Gabe Rosado. I'm a fan of Gabe Rosado. I don't need nobody, no smart Alec trying to come through talking about, oh man, he got 13 losses. I'm gonna be like, so? Nigga, so what? You know, record checking ass niggas. Not to worry about this dude got 13 losses and 1 draw. You see what I'm saying? The dude that Canelo had a draw with got way more losses than that. Yeah, but anyway, that's all I got, man, for y'all. Thank you, Lisa. All right, Lance was just listening in, and yeah, man, y'all just hit the notification bell, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you new. Check out that channels tab, man. Some hot content creators. Y'all know how I go, man. BHP. Check on the next one. I'm out.